Hey everybody, it's Ryan. Welcome back to How Farms Work. So we need to get a creep feeder in the pole shed behind me. So we've got a creep feeder down below the machine shed here that I want to go have a look at. I'm going to take the teleskid down, tip it up on its back, try to get any snow or rotten corn that might be on the inside of it out, and have a look at the undercarriage to see if there's any holes in it. That one almost needs to just be hauled off to the junkyard for how many holes are in it, because it's almost guaranteed going to be a pile of corn sitting under it. We've tried patching it, but we just can't keep up with it. And yeah, I'm going to take it and probably put half a load in it or so and just put it in the pole shed to see how much it leaks. And if it's that bad, then we'll haul it off. But I would like to get the calves in the pole shed on a creep feeder because it's more efficient. It saves us time, and they'll eat less corn, and we can grind it that way as well. So in my last video, you guys may have heard me mention that I was looking at a new car. Well, here's my brand new to me 2018 Chevy Cruze. And yeah, you may notice that my favorite color is blue. But I decided to go buy a new car because I needed a reliable vehicle. The Torrent was a good car, but it's kind of up there in miles, and it has left me on the side of the road dead a couple times. And overall, it's just not nice having a not reliable vehicle in the winter, especially when temperatures get down to -15, -20. And having a more new vehicle here, a lot more reliable. Just, I can take this pretty much everywhere. I don't have to be worried about being broke down alongside the road, because I've been driving the truck and as a reliable vehicle when I need to get somewhere without breaking down. And during the winter when the temperatures are like this, I don't want to be broken down. So I just went out and bought this used 2018 Chevy Cruze. It's got 24,000 miles on it. I really like it. It's a nice drivable car. On the way back from where we've got it was Beloit. We're actually lucky we got it out of there without any bullet holes in it, because if you've been to Beloit, you know what kind of a place that is. We had to drive through the west side of town to get to the east side. But yeah, this car's, it's got 37 miles to gallon on the way back, which to me is like insane. My Torrent only gets 18 to 20. And I went with the car like this over like an SUV because I just wanted a cheap, reliable car. And I got this one for $15K, and that's after registrations and sales, registration and sales tax and everything. So I wanted to spend the least amount of money for a reliable car that I could, and I think this is a pretty good match. Now, Chevy actually really outdid themselves with this car. It might only be a 4-banger, but if you guys need to shed some weight, they made the first stock car with an ejectable hood. That's right, you heard me, an ejectable hood. So instead of having a secondary hood latch up front, you just pull the latch inside twice. That's right, just pulling it once doesn't do the trick. You pull it once, it pops. And I spent a good 15 minutes trying to figure out why I couldn't get the hood to get up. But then I looked it up, and sure enough, you have to pull it twice. So as you're driving, if you need to shed some weight, because that 4-banger under there doesn't have enough power to get you away from whoever's chasing you, you can eject the hood. So yeah, the birds have gotten to it already. If you guys know of a good way to chase birds away, let me know. But I think it should be a pretty reliable car. It's nice to drive, it's smooth. Hannah and I actually drove a 16 around, same car, just 2 years earlier. It was actually a Premier version. This is kind of a basic version of the car. And we went over some train tracks with this one, didn't hardly feel them. And then we went over it with the other car, and you could really tell that there were some train tracks that we drove over. It's like, did we hit those the first time? Sure enough, we did. So anyway, let's fire up the JCB and get on with our day. What do you say, Rocket? This is a time of year where block heaters really, really shine. All right. Cranks over a lot faster when you use the block heater, trust me. Gotta try to find the tongue first. There we go. Let's just hope the wheels don't fall off, because otherwise we gotta haul it up to the junkyard. Let's see what we've got. Yee. I don't know. There's a lot of junk in there. Let's have a look at the inside. Well, honestly, doesn't look too bad. Got some holes up there. Oh, that's all frozen in. Yeesh. There's not as much snow in here as I thought there'd be. So they'll pretty obviously be able to get at the feed because those doors are open. Might try opening the doors on the side and see if we can get them to go up at all. If we can, I mean, I think it'll hold some feed, at least until all the frozen stuff goes out. I could try tipping it up in the machine shed and running a heater in it. That might not be a bad idea. This is a job for the pallet forks. Don't ever try doing anything like this with a feeder that you haven't already written off. Let's see if I can do this. The reason I'm moving it like this is because I already had it tipped on end, and I want to put the heater on the inside to melt some of that ice to see what we've got going on in there. So I'm gonna put it up in the machine shed, point the heater at it, see what we get. Grab this. Make sure that puppy's on high. Crank it up. This little rod in here is an agitator, so on the outside you can move this and it should stir up any corn that's built up or any feed that's built up and not falling out. So we've got a pretty big hole right there that may or may not have been caused from the shovel, as well as some light shining through up above. So what I'm going to do is I've got these two license plates over here, and I'm going to use these to patch up the holes with some self-tappers. Now this is the license plate for my the front of my Chevy Impala, my first car. And the reason it's all wrinkled up like this is because my ex-girlfriend hit a biker when she ran a stop sign. He's okay, but his bike didn't turn out so great, and the front of my car got scratched pretty hard. So, gonna use that and that to patch the holes. It's kind of nice having those license plates set around for forever, because you never know when you're really gonna need them for jobs that are patch jobs like this. So I'm gonna go get some self-tappers and cover these holes up. I gotta go over to the farm, so we're gonna take the new cruiser over. Come on, buddy. This is his first time taking a ride in it. Let me know what you think, bud. Come on, buddy. Got it patched up. I'm gonna try to pick it up, back up, get it back on its wheels. Not exactly the scientific method here. Yeah. Closer to the front. Yeah.
We did the hammer on it. Just that was like a really nice feed.
See it leaking anywhere? Well, I don't see any signs of it leaking yet. Once I start moving the corner around, probably start leaking out of the sides, but better than not having anything in there at all.
Come on.
My cows needed a refill on their protein tub, and I just dumped it in there upside down. Great. So it does look like it is leaking a little bit behind that low tire there, but it's not leaking on the ends. So I guess they've got the corn pushed up on the ends and it's keeping it from leaking out. But it's not wasting all that much corn. That's the worst of it right there. And it's been a couple days, so I guess if it keeps piling up like that, as long as they keep eating it, not a lot of it's going to waste. But next time we take it out of here, I'll have a look, see if it can't be patched. Basically, the longer that we can keep using this creep feeder, the longer we can go without having to buy another one. We were actually talking about going to the Scott auction here, which is next week, and going and looking at used creep feeders. So If we can make this work, we're gonna make it work. So that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check out all of our other ones. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, all How Farms Work. And I hope you all have a great Friday. Don't forget to leave a comment, because I'm choosing one random comment to win a How Farms Work hat. Anyway, I'll see you next time.